Yeah. I'm a composer of poems and songs, a scribbler of stanzas and verses compiled in my black songbook. Its pages carry my thoughts, my memories in ink. My life is spilled on the line, the dreams I have dreamed, the sins I have sinned. I am not another self-proclaimed messiah. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a poet yearning to change the world with those words. I've only been told one side of this story, of this symphony about how he used to come home drunk when the Shabin's jukebox had stopped playing. However, father was a creative. He would then make his own music at home, using mother's body as an instrument, beating her bleeding heart like a drum player possessed by the melody screeching from her vocal cords, cries attracting an audience of neighbors to a musical staged behind closed curtains and locked doors. I've been told the ending to this production was always the same: him singing a hymn of apologies, abusing mother's love for music, convincing her to stay for another rerun and sequel until she grew tired of dancing to sorrowful symphonies, departing with the lyrical scars on her body and a boy on her back. I used to feel like I was the deepest scar she carried, a constant reminder of her mellow past, because just like father, I've also fallen in love with music. Just like father, I've also fallen in love with the beat. The major difference between us is in the genres we jam to. I love punchlines and bars. He used to punch lines on her body when he came home late from bars. Open bracket. Sometimes. Full stop. Close bracket. I know my childhood sounds like a torn apart songbook, lacking the tunes celebrating the happy days. I'm decomposing the sad rhythms, relearning the music composed before this chaotic crescendo began. I want to hear the missing parts to the song, when the only beat orchestrated came from their youthful hearts, as his hands were still learning her body in soft pianissimo, like a pianist studying the keys to a grand piano. I want to hear the missing parts to the song, the high-pitched laughters unrehearsed as I was still attempting my first steps, stumbling like drunk father trying to dance to the Shabin's jukebox before he came back home and my family's musical began. Open bracket. Sometimes. Full stop. Close bracket. I'm a symphonist. I'm a symphonist. And I'm tired of writing sad poems. They do not make me feel good inside. I do not need sympathy. I'm beginning to feel like ever since I was 16, I've been finding ways of rewriting the same poem over and over and over again and again and again. I do not want to be another black poet with the absent father poem. It does not feel good inside. I'm starting to think that maybe I tell too much truth. It is naked and socially awkward in front of an audience. On YouTube, everyone is listening. Everyone is listening. The truth feels anxious on stage. I'm unlearning, relearning what it means to be a poet. What it means to carry stories that disturb the silence. Some days I do not feel like a poet, damn. Some days I feel like I'm the poem. A sad poem. It does not feel good inside. Black dudes. Black dudes are not comfortable talking about how they feel inside. That is the stereotype. Black dudes would rather bottle it all inside, screw the cap on tight, tighter, tightest. Inside black dudes lays gallons of ripened emotions that have been kept in the dark for too long. They're fermented into a rotten poison corroding from within. Black dudes are not made out of steel like clock. No, it is something else, something fragile. That is the stereotype. I think most dudes try too hard to be tough dudes. Trying too hard to play the pathetic punk. Trying too hard to drown the whole world inside themselves. Sometimes dudes crack trying too hard to be manly men. Sometimes dudes break, leaping off tall buildings, crashing into the pavement, no man. Sometimes dudes drown in themselves. This is not a stereotype. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really tired of writing like sad shit. Like, so